adding a disclaimer to the beginning of this video because I already know that it's going to piss some people off. If you are happily married or you're a man and you're getting offended at what I'm saying in this video, please just click off of it and go watch something else. I'm giving real statistics here and I'm speaking my truth and I'm saying what I feel. So I'm not going to say that nobody should get married. That's not what I'm saying. If you're going to be offended at somebody saying that women are better off single, then just go someplace else and watch another video and come back later and watch a different one. Go watch one of my other videos. Just skip this one, okay? Thanks. Hello, friends. You may notice that I'm in a different place this week. I'm going to be pet sitting and house sitting this week, and I'm watching out for a sweet little 17-year-old miniature schnauzer named Gabby. So you'll see me with this background in this week's videos. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about being single in midlife for women, from a women's perspective. So let me just throw some statistics at you first. I'll admit that I kind of stole these from Liz Gilbert. If you know Liz Gilbert, she is the author of Eat, Pray, Love. She did a lot of research on marriage and married women versus single women in her research for her book Committed. And I was listening to a podcast with her recently, and she was talking about these statistics, and I made a note. So it's really interesting. Married women don't live as long as single women. Married women have higher rates of depression and anxiety. They have higher rates of addiction and alcoholism. They have higher rates of autoimmune disease. They're more likely to be overweight. They're more likely to commit suicide. And they own less property and have less money than single women. Inversely, married men are happier and healthier than single women in all of the measures of success and well-being. It is the exact opposite for men as it is for women. Therefore, you can conclude that marriage is a lot more beneficial for men than it is for women. This is a phenomenon called the marriage benefit imbalance. In short, marriage is way more beneficial for men than it is for women. And this flies in the face of everything that we have been taught from a young age. Women are programmed to want to be married. We are programmed to think that we won't be happy, or we won't be worth or fulfilled, and we won't be worth as much if we stay unmarried. Like most young women, I was programmed to think that I was supposed to get married. So right out of high school, well, a year after high school, I got married, and I had my first son right before I turned 20. I went on to marry 3 times in total and get divorced 3 times. And I thought something was wrong with me for the longest time because I couldn't be happy in a marriage. The truth is, I just am not programmed to be married. I treasure freedom, and I treasure freedom over most anything. My longest marriage only lasted 4 years. Society taught me that happiness came with a ring, a wedding, a marriage, a house, and kids, and a husband. The truth is, women are built biologically to pour into their mates and their children. And men soak up that energy that we pour into them, and they succeed and they're happy. So women become depleted while men thrive in a marriage. After my first marriage, I kept trying because I thought that was what I was supposed to do. But each time I found myself disappointed and heartbroken. And I always had a sense of relief when things finally ended. I always felt lighter and more optimistic for my future when I was out of a relationship. The unhappiest I've ever been in my life was in a relationship. The most financially depleted I've ever been was after a relationship ended. The happiest and most financially sound times of my life have been as a single woman. It took a while, but I finally realized that I wanted to be single, and I should have been single all along. I know that I can make plans without running it by anybody. I can, if I have an interest, if I want to try something, invest in myself, do, anything. I don't have to run it by anybody or get anybody's permission. The sense of freedom that comes with being single at this point in my life is just so valuable, so precious to me. Menopause was also a blessing to me because with sex no longer being the focus, I don't feel pressured to keep looking for a mate, and nobody really expects me to. Also, I'm kind of invisible to men, and that makes it easier to just stay single and not be bothered. At this point in my life, being single helps me to put all of my energy into things that matter to me, like friendships, creative pursuits, and spirituality. When you look at happiness rankings and studies, here's how the demographics are ranked. Married men are at the top. Married men are the happiest people on earth. Then followed by single women. Third is single men, and at the very bottom, the most unhappy people are married women. If you can resonate with this, leave me a comment. Let me tell you that there's nothing wrong with you if you have found yourself in midlife on your own with no mate. Maybe that's just who you weren't meant to be. Maybe you were just meant to be single, and maybe you have finally figured out that your energy is precious and keeping it to yourself is in your best interest. It's okay to find peace, freedom, and growth in a single life. In fact, I think it's possibly ideal for midlife women to be single. It's really a shame that many women feel that they are stuck in bad relationships because of financial reasons, when they really just long for freedom and peace and quiet and being alone. I can honestly say I've never been more content than I am right now at age 55 and single. Being in a relationship a lot of times felt like the loneliest place in the world to me, and being single has been where I have truly found myself and found freedom. Remember, living your life outside of societal expectations can be one of the most empowering decisions that you'll ever make. Thanks for watching.